Hi, I'm Ken Hardman with more Ancestorclips. This time in a sacred place for me, the north shore of Zealand, in Orby, Vejby, and Tisvilde, Denmark, with my second great-grandfather, Hans Sorensen, modest in heart and soul. In 1847, on the north shore of Zealand, as Danish citizens fought for freedom of press and religion, 14-year-old Hans Sorensen finished school and entered apprenticeship. That same year, his mother and grandmother died. In 1849, the monarch gave in, and the people won their desired freedoms. With a feeling of opportunity, Hans studied with a demanding shoemaker, and using local materials, he became skilled at constructing shoes and saddles with maple pegs and strong flax thread. He was among the industrious, peaceable, and skillful of his people. At age 20, his brother and father died, but he continued his trade and service to his community. 9 years later, he married Maren Kristine Hansdatter, also of his parish, and opened a shoe shop in the nearby town of Tisvilde. The 1864 conflict with Prussia and Austria pulled him away from his work and from his bride, as he was drafted in the Second Battle of Schleswig-Holstein. He survived the painful war, but Denmark lost significant portions of their land. At this time, religious freedom was crossing the country, as were the Mormon missionaries. As predicted by a Latter-day Saint leader, the war served to awaken the indifferent and the careless to a sense of their situation, and thus brought many into the church. Hans attended a Latter-day Saint meeting, was impressed with their message, investigated the doctrine, and was satisfied he had found the pearl of great price. Hans Sorensen is my great-great-grandfather. As I walk through the cemetery, I see many by this same name, likely a relation. I sense from Hans a patient, day-by-day determined character who followed his heart even in the face of loss. In his youth, he lost his grandparents, his parents, and a brother. As a new groom, he was taken from his wife for war. As a seeker of truth, he lost his friends and extended family. Yet, choices later in life demonstrate that he built upon the strong character of his youth. He followed his heart. He worked hard, built a family, and became a blessing to his posterity and his ancestry by his faithfulness to God. Truly, he lived the commandment to honor thy father and thy mother, including his ancestors, by the life he lived. As one in his family tree, I can draw from the seeds of patient character and diligence inherited from Hans Sorensen, as I diligently participate, as he did, in the latter-day gathering of Israel.